Hey everybody! Welcome back to another fantastic episode of Pete and Jeremy's DnDTime. I am your host for this part of for this episode. Is this an episode? Yeah, whatever. For this segment, I'm your host, and I'm Jeremy, and I'm going to be running the adventure called The Fleeing of the Gnome. But before we jump into that, we have another excellent cast of heroes, as always, which I would be remiss not to introduce. So first and foremost, I'd like to introduce our very own Crazy Cat Lady.
Hello there.
Well, hi, Crazy Cat Lady. How are you?
I am very well, thank you.
Now, Crazy Cat Lady, there are a fair number of people recently that have been joining Bartholomew's adventuring company that have no business in truly being adventurers. That being said, I've noticed that you're actually like a cat lady.
Yes, I am.
So I'm interested. In which way does Crazy Cat Lady look? And does Crazy Cat Lady have another more colloquial name, or is it just Crazy Cat Lady?
They just call me Crazy Cat Lady. Don't know why.
Yeah,
Perhaps
I don't
it's
know.
all the stabbings.
All the stabbings, huh? Is that why you've joined Bartholomew's adventuring company, to hide your stabbings?
Perhaps.
But maybe not. It could be anything. Like, who knows, right?
Yes.
Well, Crazy Cat Lady, I'm wondering, is there anything you'd like to share with the world about yourself? Maybe where you're from, your people, or simply something personal about you. Maybe your favorite color.
I like fuchsia.
You like
It's a
fuchsia?
pretty color.
Oh, damn. Now, I mean, I need your help because I'm hard of not hard of hearing. I can't see very well. I'm wondering what does Crazy Cat Lady look like being a tabaxi, a cat person? One can be of many colors and presentation. How do you look in particular?
I guess my coloring is similar to that of what many would call a calico cat.
Lots of oranges, some blacks, some browns, is it fairly long fur?
Yes, you could say that.
Floofy. All right, I'm super in. Well, Crazy Cat Lady, do you have any goals or aspirations? Or are you just here to hang out and have a good time?
I'm here to maintain the dream. That is all.
Wow, that's so deep. I'm super into this dream. We'll have to find out more about it as time goes on. Welcome, Crazy Cat Lady. We're always glad to have new adventures in the land of DnDTime. Next, we have returning character, but I don't believe I've ever played with you, Oldman.
Hello, Jeremy.
How are you?
Well, I don't have my dentures.
Oh, what happened to them?
I had to leave before Mira finished breakfast.
Oh, so are you just not going to have them the whole time?
No, I have an idea for that. Let me just conjure up some new ones.
And with a flick of your aged wrist, you are able to use minor conjuration to make some new dentures.
Of course. These teeth glow. Look at how shiny they are.
They are quite shiny. I think it's a good thing that you're using those. Otherwise, you'd have had to use some of Bartholomew's spare dentures. And you don't want to. Those are gross dentures.
I would hope not to use them. They're probably older than I am.
That might be true. So, Oldman, I hear things are going great between you and Miss Krantz.
Yes, and I've also reforged my relationship with the Tiger of Terrible Truth.
Going to ask, so the Tiger of Terrible Truth is being cool again. He's friendly now?
Yes, I found that he loves it when I read him the encyclopedia. He just lays there going, true, true, until he falls asleep. He's so cute.
Well, is he a sleepy cat?
Only when I read to him. I tried to read a fantasy novel once, and he didn't like that as much.
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine that would have gone well. Well, Oldman, welcome back for another week here. Bartholomew's Adventuring Company. I'm sure it's going to be a very exciting week.
I hope so.
Going to a festival today.
Oh.
Third, we have Grilliam Inferno, a fire against Cleric of the Forge, if I'm not mistaken. Welcome, Grilliam. How are you?
Thank you. It is such a pleasure being here.
So, Grilliam, I will say, I don't want to talk about the elephant in the room here, but you're on fire.
Yes, I am on fire at almost all times. Yes, yeah, but don't worry. You don't worry. You can touch me and not get burnt. I don't radiate heat unless I choose to.
Oh, okay. So it's not even fake fire. It's just weird magic.
Magic. It's basically in a nutshell. I'm more on the elemental side than I am on the mortal side.
Yeah, so how did that happen? Bad accident? Born that way? Magic?
I was always on fire. Unless you catch me swimming or taking a bath, God forbid if you do, I will always be on fire.
So I would imagine the fire actually keeps you pretty clean, right? So it's okay that you don't have to. Just burns everything up.
Yes, it does indeed. This gift of being on fire has given me much magic in terms of using fire. So I hope that works well in this adventure.
I loved the phrase, the gift of being on fire. Beautiful. Well, Grilliam, I think actually you're going to really like this adventure. Maybe we'll get some cool opportunities to do some fiery stuff. We'll see. I'm sorry, before I move on, what brings you to Bartholomew's Adventuring Company? What's your MO? What's your goal? My
goal is to spread this might sound ironic, but I wish to spread joy to the people and to thwart out evil the ground.
Oh geez. All right, so it's the kind of purge and fire kind of.
But don't worry, I am a man of the people. Besides, I was a former commander of the army.
Awesome.
You might know the Prince of Order. I work for him.
I have in fact heard of the Prince of Order. Well, Grilliam, welcome to DnDTime. I'm sure you're going to have an excellent time smiting down evil. That is one of the things we do quite often here. Albeit maybe not today. We'll see. And last but certainly not least, our favorite trade baron, the Baron Luten Plundaar. How are you, my friend?
Well, I was doing just fine until someone stole my skin roll-ups. You will pay for this.
I swear it was not me. However, I am wondering how's the Swedish fish coming along?
They're going just fine. But I do have to get more tanks from the Kool-Aid Lake. I mean, it's a pain in the butt to keep them alive.
Yeah, well,
but the children love them.
Well, the faster you get them to me, I also love Swedish fish. I'll pay top dollar for some fresh Swedish.
I want to try to get some of the Sour Patch Kids, but they protect them very well in the Big Rock Candy Mountains.
Well, interesting thing you mentioned there. I hear that the Sour Patch Kids, you actually can't hunt them because they're just immortal, like all kids. It's ridiculous.
One day I will get some of that delicious, salty, sour, sweet, flavored children thing. Yes.
Yeah, well,
I think it will be an exciting hunt one day.
I completely agree. Well, Baron, for those that aren't familiar and somehow have missed the context of our last discussion, Baron Luten Plundaar, who are you and what do you do here in the land of DnDTime?
Well, I am a tiefling, as you can see by my glorious horns. You see me start polishing them. One of them might shift a little bit. Wait, no.
You don't look at all like a hobgoblin.
Absolutely not. Of course I'm a tiefling.
Yeah. I mean, like those horns, they're top notch. I mean, second only to, well, I mean, I've seen a lot of good teams. So maybe like those are just like, they're pretty run of the mill, which, if you were going to be, if something is disguised as a tiefling, right, you'd have the biggest over the top, most flamboyant thing. right? So
Disguise? What disguise? What are you talking about?
no, I'm saying you're obviously not a hobgoblin disguise.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah, definitely just a normal tiefling. So you're here doing.
Also, you can tell Bartholomew that cotton candy is selling quite well in the Trash Kingdom. They rather enjoy that. Though they keep paying me in bottle caps and broken glass. I'm going to have to do something about that.
Yeah,
I need something more useful.
I hear he actually doesn't care about regular money, so that might actually work out really well for you.
Yes. Perhaps I'll have to extend my trade network even further this time. Last time, those Mort fellows, they didn't give me the opportunity to have another trade contract, but perhaps I will get another today.
Well, maybe, as your adventure brings you right into the heart of Socahtoa, the Triggognome capital of DnDTime. As you may or may not be aware, Triggognomes are little gnomes that are incredibly adept at math. And their capital city is the city of Socahtoa, the most technologically advanced place in all of the land. However, today has nothing to do with any of that. Today is a festival as the Triggognomes celebrate their 44th annual Fleeing of the Gnomes. This holiday was established 44 years ago. 43 years ago. No, 44 years ago. I'm bad at math. When a red dragon attacked the city of Socahtoa and was rebuffed by the gnomes after they fled, regrouped, and then attacked. And so your adventure today is to go and help take part in their. Actually, it wasn't they that defeated the dragon. My apologies. It was Bartholomew's adventurers. And so you have been hired to come to take part in this grand celebration for the 44th annual Fleeing of the Gnome. And so our adventure begins. You all kind of come into the town of Socahtoa. Socahtoa is a fairly bustling place. There are carts, gnomes, and all sorts of other creatures kind of just walking all over the place. It is fairly busy, and as you look around, there is no small shortage of gnomes. You see there are hundreds and hundreds of them going around, seeming to prep for whatever big festival is about to begin. There's a large, set of poles with a big banner across it, which says 44th Annual Running of the Gnomes in bright different colors. You see a bunch of gnomes in, track suits, and they're, stretching and stuff, all kind of getting ready to run. And, as you look around, one gnome with a clipboard and a big pair of glasses walks over to you and looks up and, "Oh, hello. You must be from Bartholomew's adventuring crew."
Why, yes, and look at all the ladies. I sure hope that mirror isn't scrying me right now.
Oh, I severely doubt it. Most of the city is covered in wait, what? Anyway, anywho, most of the city's covered in anti-scrying field. You should be fine. Well, I'm not sure why you're so worried about that, though. Anywho, look, we're running a little behind schedule here. I need to get things moving. Are you all ready for your part in the upcoming festival?
What is our part exactly?
Oh, yes, well, I'm unsure.
Have you all heard of the festival, of the story of the 44th annual, of the Fleeing of the Gnomes, specifically?
The burning of the gnomes? Sounds fun.
The Fleeing of the Gnomes.
Oh, the flaying. Okay.
If it was burning of the gnomes, trust me, I would have been a lot more intelligible with it.
So the flaying. So we skin them.
My cousin participates every year.
Oh, is he a gnome?
He's a Triggognome.
Well, that's really strange that you're cousins, but some people, everyone's their own way. Anywho, look, basically, the gist of the festival, because it seems only one of you understand, there was a big dragon, it attacks the city, it gets through all of the gnome defenses, and then Bartholomew's adventurers defeat it. So this year, we need you all to play the dragon.
Oh, do you want me to play the dragon? I call breathing the fire.
I know you're all Bartholomew's adventurers and everything. And normally we'd have you be the adventurers at the end, but we had a few kind of particularly heroic gnomes who recently joined Bartholomew's adventure crew. They're going to play that role. So yeah, we need you to actually be the dragon.
Luckily, my smile today, it looks like I'm breathing fire.
Well,
Does that mean we get to attack the gnomes?
Oh, yeah, of course. You have to. I mean, you need to chase us down. We have to flee from you. That's kind of the whole spirit of it. You shouldn't be able to hurt any gnomes while inside the dragon costume, at least not permanently. It'll hurt, like, if you hit us too hard. So, just be threatening more than anything else if you can.
Just tell me where to throw the fire, boys. I'll do it perfectly, and then I use my produce flame cantrip to prove my point.
Oh, you might want to wait till you're in the dragon for that. He kind of.
Oh, I know. I extinguish
calls over to some other gnomes. Guys, bring the dragon over. And about a dozen gnomes like dragging this big kind of cart with a big towel over it. Not towel, but blanket over it. Kind of get dragged over. They pull the tarp off of it. And you can see underneath, it's like a big like dragon costume, almost like robot thing. You're a little confused by it. And if you check Roll20 right now, you all should be able to see the character sheet for the Triggognome dragon costume. It has a bunch of special abilities that you guys will be able to use while inside the dragon costume.
My, is this anatomically correct? Do you mind if I take some notes?
No, it's not anatomically correct at all.
Well then, that's useless to me.
I mean, it's pretty much your stereotypical red dragon.
I mean, if they made an anatomically correct dragon costume, I'd be damn impressed myself.
Thank you. I mean, you should be impressed anyway. Basically, a giant robot. How is that not impressive to you? Anyway, so yeah, if you all will get in the dragon costume, we'll all kind of get ready and we can get the fleeing underway.
Yay! I'm going to take up this foot.
Okay.
I call breathing the fire, as I said before.
Mechanically, how this is going to work is while you guys are inside the dragon costume, you can use any of its abilities. Yeah, you can just use whichever ability you want, except for take flight and swoop attack. Only one person can control the weight.
To use produce flame to make some more realistic fire.
Yeah, you can. It's under dragon magic. Yep. So you can quickly glance at that and let me know if y'all have any questions real quick.
So who's going to control the wings? I don't think my arm span is quite long enough.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I mean, you can take any action you want. It's just only one player at a time can control the wing.
Oh, got it.
And not that one person has to commit to it. Also, the dragon moves 20 feet anyway on its turn. That's just if you want it to fly, which you may or may not need to do for some reason during this adventure.
I have a feeling there'll be some interesting things happening outside of the traditional running of the gnomes.
It's the fleeing of the gnome.
The flying.
Running
I
of
forgot.
the gnomes is a very different effect.
Oh my god.
All right. So you all get up in your dragon costume and you're ready to go. Looking out from the inside, it's translucent. Like you can see through pretty clearly. It's not totally transparent, but it's more or less like only like 20% opaque. So you can see through and you see the gnomes like getting ready. You see like a bunch of gnomes are like practicing like screaming and pointing at the big dragon costume. They're getting real excited for this event. And as you go, what do you all want to do as you start out? The gnome who's talking to you with the clipboard stands before everyone and says, "All right, Everyone, welcome to the 44th annual. And he starts like talking and just kind of going on. Do you guys just let him go through? Keep talking?
Yeah.
But I will have a produced cantrip ready, and once he's done talking, I'm going to set him on fire.
Okay. Anyone else?
Oldman is doing similar exercises to the gnomes on the field.
Okay. And Baron, are you just also hanging out waiting for him to finish his thing?
Are we inside of the dragon?
Yeah, you're all inside the dragon at this point.
Okay, when he's like midway through his speech, I'm gonna use thaumaturgy,
Okay.
and I'm gonna let out a tremendous and ground-shaking roar from the dragon.
And as you do this, he drops clipboard. Oh no, a dragon attack! And the adventure begins.
And then right as I do that, I'm gonna throw the produced flame at him. Do I make an attack roll on him?
Yeah, you use your dragon magic, so you can make the dragon just breathe fire at him using your produce flame spell.
Okay, so yeah.
Oh
my
Jesus!
God. Okay.
How much damage do I do today? I burned him for that much.
Yeah, you hit him and
He did.
bursts into flames. He doesn't die. He's clearly on fire and in a lot of pain as he begins to flee. And your dragon costume begins to tear forward down the road.
And as the gnomes begin running, Oldman runs into the side of the costume. I'm sorry, it's second nature. When I see gnomes run, I run too.
It's crazy cat lady. Do you want to
focus on the job? Focus on the job, Oldman.
Crazy cat lady's gonna make the dragon fly.
Awesome, and the dragon takes flight. It flies like super goofy, a very clumsy flight, but it does stay in the air as it teeters around back and forth. You all have this nice little aerial view as you see dozens and dozens of gnomes just
My God, this must be what it's like to be tall.
Would you guys like to take another round against the gnomes as you test out your dragon costume? Currently, you've just brutalized a single gnome.
Now we are in the air. Oh my God, look. It's Mathy McMathface. Let's swoop him. Can we do it?
Sure, take the lead, Oldman. Take the lead.
No, guys, use the claws. I have a plan. Use the claws. I have a plan. And then
I mean, you can each take an action. Like all of you take your turns.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use Searing Smite on the dragon costume's claws. Then I'm going to claw one of the gnomes with the with a claw attack, and if it hits, I deal an additional 1d6 fire damage.
Yeah, the dragon claw just comes down onto one of the gnomes. Go ahead and make me, I guess, just a normal attack, because you'd want to use the claw bite attack. Yeah.
How do I roll?
The way that works,
just roll an attack.
Your attacks, like you make a whatever attack you make as a character. So yeah, instead of your spear, it's using the dragon's claw, basically. So yeah, you'll absolutely hit you hit a gnome.
Roll the damage for this and the Searing Smite damage.
Okay, you hit a gnome, setting him on fire, and he just goes flying off into like side of a building.
Take that, McMathface! Tell Auntie Mc...
Gnome is on fire, so he has to make a con save or he takes another 1d6 fire damage.
He fails. He's on fire. Oh wait, that's not public. I should roll that. Sorry, I had the GM roll. Oh wow, he succeeded when I didn't GM roll it. Well,
he put himself out. He's lucky. Lucky,
yeah, that's
lucky
hit the
gnome.
wall hard. Would anyone else like to take an action?
Crazy cat lady is going to attack with a dagger.
Okay, which is just going to be one of the claw bite whip attacks.
Yeah.
Okay, how does this take the form? Is it like a tail whip, or?
Yeah, but of course she misses.
The tail of the dragon just kind of like flops down, but you're just a little too high up, and it just takes out like a cart, which terrifies the gnomes still. They continue to flee, but you have not hit any of them. Is there anything? Let's see. Baron, would you like to do anything?
Yes, I'm going to yell, "Watch for my fireworks, gnomes!" And I'm going to use dragon magic. Oh, wait, my bad. Wait. I forgot.
What was the spell you were planning?
I'm doing it now.
Oh, jeez. Oh, God.
And I'm just going to pick out 3 gnomes at random. And
Actually, it'd be 4 because you guys are at a higher level.
4 random ones.
Which, of course, I imagine this comes out of the dragon's breath, of its nostrils.
No, out of his palm.
Oh, damn. Okay, so the dragon just shoots these blasts of energy, and a bunch of gnomes just sprawl out in pain. Oldman, would you like to do anything?
Well, let's not let any run.
Oh, they're all running.
Use fire breath.
Oh, there we go. The dragon's jaw just opens up, and a huge shot of web, or net rather, comes flying out. 60-foot cone. All right, so you net like 50 gnomes with that. They're very small. And they're just pouring into the street. Like, gnomes are coming out of alleyways to get into the street to run away from you at the moment. And yeah, you net a whole pile of them. You guys are still teetering around at 40 feet. And up ahead, you can see the first holdup that the gnomes had decided to use to stop the dragon. You see what looks like a large stone golem kind of turning the corner maybe 100 feet away from you. Would you like to do anything? It's your turn.
I'm gonna do.
Let's roll for initiative just so we have an order for you. Okay, cool. Baron, what was your name again? I'm so sorry.
Crazy cat lady.
Gravelar. Oh yeah, crazy cat lady. And awesome, cool. So, Baron Luten, it's your turn currently. What would you like to do? There are about 50 gnomes caught up in nets directly underneath you as you begin to fly over them.
I think it's time for fire.
Oh gosh, you're just shooting more nets.
Burn and dance for me, tiny little maggots.
As the red painted nets just cover a whole pile more gnomes. You've got like 100 gnomes in a big pile up ahead. And you can see the large golem continuing to move toward you. Crazy cat lady, what would you like to do?
I would like to do a swoop attack.
Oh, sweet. Who are you going after? The big pile of gnomes?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, cool. So you can just make a regular attack if you want, but if you hit, it's a critical hit. What was that?
You just roll a regular attack?
Yeah, like one of your attacks, like your dagger thing. It's like the claw, whip, bite.
Alright. I'm gonna use my claw attack then.
Alrighty.
Tabaxi.
Oh, hot damn.
Nice.
Alright, so that's gonna hit. That's actually a critical hit already. Yeah, so the big dragon, and that's got a +2 to damage from the dragon's claw attack. So yeah, you swing down, you swoop, and slash into it. And then you can use your take flight to fly back up if you want, because you rolled above a 10. Yep. All right. So, and the dragon swoops back up. You think you're getting a much better control of the dragon costume at this point. Oldman, what would you like to do?
While the dragon is swooping up, I would like to use the claw to pick up the net and use it as a wrecking ball against the giant.
You are glorious, old man.
Okay.
Freaking genius! Freaking genius!
Check. I'm gonna give you a DC like 15 on this one to figure out how to get this.
Intelligence, you said?
Yes, I said intelligence, because you're figuring out how to control the dragon costume.
No.
So what happens is you try and get both the webs with the claws. You only end up getting one. I say webs, both the nets. You only end up getting one of them. So one of the big nets full of gnomes gets pulled up into the air. They're like, ah! As they're all getting pulled around.
So when he drops this, does this mean it's splash damage?
I mean, probably. Grilliam, what would you like to do? The golem continues to run toward you. He's getting very close now. Grilliam?
Fireman!
Right. Yeah, sir. So, are we? The golem's still there, right?
Yeah, he's getting real close now. He's running toward you.
Are any gnomes really far behind? I want to snipe a gnome with guiding bolt.
Sure.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna
There are plenty of gnomes that didn't run fast enough to get ahead of the dragon. The dragon's moving pretty quickly compared to the gnome.
No, I'm gonna snipe a gnome from really far away with a guiding bolt.
Okay, sure.
Hold on. Oh, actually, no, I don't have guiding bolt. Never mind. No, forget I said that. I don't have that spell.
Okay.
I'm instead going to of the forge to turn the claws into a +1 weapon.
Oh, jeez. So you magically further enhance the dragon costume.
So I use the yeah. So I'm gonna turn it into a +1 weapon, and then I'm going to use it on the golem. On the golem.
Oh, you mean on the dragon costume?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
awesome.
+1 attack. Go.
Your spirit of the forge glows upon the dragon, the dragon costume, and it bursts and I guess kind of glows with fire. Yeah, you go ahead and make an attack with the claws, bite, whip, whatever, and it stabs down, and I guess you just beat up another gnome that's running by. At this point, the Triggognome golem gets up to you guys, and it's kind of like swinging an arm around, and it's gonna punch you as it's its turn.
Good question. If I make...
Oh, go ahead.
Jeremy, can I ask a quick question? If I make the dragon claws a +1, does the claws get a +1 to it?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, just letting everyone know.
So they're now +3.
Add a +1 to it.
Yeah, your armor. Yeah, it doesn't hit us because of armor.
Yeah, the golem goes to punch you with the first attack and misses, and comes around for a second swing.
Oh god.
Which is gonna hit 15 versus the AC of the dragon, which is a 14. You guys are going to each take 1/4 of 26 damage. It's distributed evenly between you while you are inside the dragon costume.
Good.
The costume gets hit and you get boom, shaken around.
6 points of damage.
Punches you, for 6 points each. And we are back to the top with Baron. What would you like to do? The golem is upon you and engaged. What would you like?
Well, first of all, I'm going... Well, let's see. I think it'd be a good idea to use my dragon magic again. This time, something a little different.
Okay.
I hope you enjoy this.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Waste.
Just barely gonna miss, actually. Unfortunate.
Oh, well. I inflict wounds on the ground.
Yeah,
it's very painful there.
To the ground. You see the ground like fracture and crack slightly.
Actually, I want to use something special.
Sure.
I'm going to use this right here.
Uh-huh.
How many of my allies can I see currently right now?
All of them.
All of them. So add 3 to that. Will it hit?
That will, in fact, hit with a +3. Well, it's actually a +4 because of Max's... you're casting it through the dragon, technically. So, yeah. And that
I'm going to do that then. Oh, yes. Yes.
Oh, damn.
Enjoy that painful respite, you dirty, filthy golem.
The golem...
We have gnomes to punish.
Takes a whooping, but it's still kicking. Is there anything else that you'd like to do?
I will also like to heal myself. No, I can't do that. That's right. Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah. So
Yeah,
how does
yeah,
your
never mind.
inflict wounds work through the dragon costume, which is basically a giant dragon?
I'm going to have it to where basically it looks like the claws are shooting additional claws out of it.
Just claws upon claws. Excellent.
Yes.
Awesome.
Like, yeah.
I super dig it. I love this idea of just claw, smash. Awesome. Crazy cat lady, what would you like to do as you now see a giant golem like in front of you because you can see through the dragon costume?
I am going to use dragon magic.
Okay.
Cast Dissonant Whispers.
Oh shit. Oh
Nice.
no. Oh no. Oh boy. Bad. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
The unfortunate
Oh,
part is
yes.
there is a Triggognome in there controlling it. So your dissonant whispers strikes true, and that forces it to run away from you, right? Alrighty. So, 13 points of psychic damage. You see the giant Triggognome golem turn and begin to run away. I think you guys get an opportunity attack.
Do it. Do I? Oh boy, do I? I'm
Only
going to
one
attack with
person
the.
gets it.
Can I attack with the +1 claws?
Sure.
Run with it.
Cool. Go ahead and give me your damage there. 8 plus. Awesome.
I already added the +1 magic bonus to it, so.
Okay, cool. Yeah, all right. The golem's looking pretty bad as it starts to flee. Oldman, what would you like to do? The golem's at 30 feet from you, running away.
I would like to chase it down with my wrecking ball.
Get some of that gnome splash damage.
Okay. So here's how I think we can roll this, right? You can either make a... Oh, God. You can make, like, one of those claw bite tail whip attacks, but you'd make the attack with disadvantage, but it would wreck both the gnomes and the giant if you hit it. I think that's the way to handle that.
Okay.
So basically, you're just rolling a strength-based attack with advantage. Or with disadvantage, sorry.
Strength-based, you said?
It could be probably dexterity. I think it's fine either way. Basically, if you have any sort of a...
Yeah, make sure you add +1 if you're using. Oh,
I
no.
didn't need the +1.
Nice. Wow.
You didn't even need the +1. You hit anyway.
Oldman's getting really into this as you're like controlling the dragon costume. And you just grab the arm and you're like, swing!
God dang, Triggognomes think they're all bad.
Can you roll me 3 d12s?
Oh, dear God.
This
Oh dear God, that's a lot of damage.
All of the gnomes get slammed into the giant. 18. Damn. All right, so
Nice.
the giant, it's still up barely after that. And the rope just kind of explodes and gnomes go flying, screaming. Damn. I think you probably still have a couple gnomes in like the net still, but there aren't a lot of them left. They got scattered. And you can see as they fall, they're getting back up and just continuing to run away. It's like it's not hurting them as much as you think it would.
You better run.
Damn it.
Force no
Grilliam.
knife.
Turn, I assume.
Yeah, it's your turn, Grilliam.
Perfect. Now taste a real breath of fire.
No. A breath of fire shoots out of the dragon's mouth and just goes real wide because the dragon's mouth was facing upwards. It's really wonky how the whole thing is. You thought you were aiming down? Yeah, unfortunate. It just goes wide.
Well, I failed. What a terrible mistake.
Golem punches
Go
you.
on.
Punch. Oh. Another 6 damage to everyone as you guys get shaken by the golem. Which actually, can it do that? I'm sorry, it got Dissonant Whispers. What does Dissonant Whispers do? I know it had to run away, but is it frightened of you? Oh,
As well.
we're getting that. Everyone's favorite here. The roll 20.
Right, and then that means I can't do the attack.
I'm not
It,
sure if
it has to do a save, I believe.
Psychic damage far away from you. No, okay, so yeah, it runs back to you on its. Yeah, so it's fine now. Yeah, it ran back to you and punched you.
Unfortunately, this hit knocks Oldman's head against the side and knocks him out.
Oh damn!
Unfortunately, you also knocked out Grilliam.
Oh no!
And you
Oh,
also knocked
boy.
out the crazy cat lady.
Oh,
I'm still awake!
Go, Baron!
I'm still awake!
The golem goes to punch you again. Oh no! Everyone's gonna take one failed death save, except for
crud.
Plundaar, which is gonna take 4 points.
Oh, Jesus.
Are you still up?
I'm still up.
All right.
Jesus.
Baron, it's your turn. Everyone's got a failed death save in here.
I'm
The golem's
flying
on the
up.
brink of
I'm
destruction.
flying up out of reach of this damn golem.
Okay, yeah, you fly up, no problem.
I hope you
Okay,
have
so-
something to heal us.
Or something to protect the golem.
What would you like to
If you have something to heal, I would recommend.
Now the golem looks like it's on its last leg, right?
do? Yeah, it looks bad. Well, actually, you take your turn.
Okay, so
But yeah, you fly up. What else do you do?
I'm gonna do this because I think it's my best bet, so I don't have to worry about also dying.
Okay. Okay, yeah, you shoot your magic missile using the dragon magic, and that destroys the golem. It
Okay,
breaks into chunks and collapses in the streets. And a bunch
that's
of the
right,
gnomes-
die, foul beast. And then I look around and I notice everyone's unconscious, and it's like, oh shit.
Yeah, a bunch of the gnomes that were like out in the street, right? Had like stopped to watch and were like cheering on the golem, and then the golem falls apart, and you fly up in the air, and they're like, ah! They resume the screaming and the fleeing as they continue to run away.
That's right, run away, weak little gnomes. Know your place.
You look back around, and your allies are still all dying.
Oh
However,
god, this is bad.
you do find in there a first aid kit, as the Triggonomes know to use first aid.
Okay.
It
I'm assuming
contains,
that can only be used on one person, though.
it can only be used once. It contains 4 potions of healing.
It contains 4 potions of healing.
Yep.
Awesome. I'm gonna start with Oldman.
All right, Oldman, you do not have to roll a death saving throw because Baron heals you. Crazy and Grilliam, however, are gonna need to roll a death save.
And I'm also gonna drink one of those potions.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give one to Oldman
Yep. And we'll just
and
add
say,
Grilliam.
go heal the fireman.
And I will go
going to-
heal firemen.
I'm gonna go heal the crazy cat lady.
Oh, good, because I actually failed my death save, so thank you for
Yes.
saving me.
You two come back from
Thank
the
you.
brink of death after 2 failed saves. You feel
Oh dear God.
the delicious nectar of life flow down your throat. You also feel
How much healing does this give?
It's 2d4 plus 2. So all of you are going to heal for the same amount, which is going to be. Well, all right, y'all are going to regain 4.
Nice.
Woo,
Okay.
It's going to be a tough one for you all. In
Not
turn-
for me, because
Yeah,
I have something that's awesome. And I'm just gonna kind of, before I wake them up, I'm gonna do this first.
Okay.
Well, it's better than nothing.
You just heal yourself a little
What's
more.
that on? What is that on?
That's on him.
That's on me.
You did that to yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Self-preservation. Just saying.
you are all back up. As you look out, you see the gnomes are fleeing still. And up ahead, you can see what is clearly your next task. It looks like something very peculiar. You see a large, glowing, like, white orb just in the middle of the street on, like, a float. And you can see that there are a whole ton of gnomes huddled near it. They're, like, hiding in alleys looking at it. as you kind of glide toward them on your dragon, on the dragon costume. What would you all like to do?
I would like to net the orb first.
Sure, you shoot the net on it. It gets covered in net. It's like a huge orb. It's like 18 feet across. But it's covered in nets now. Nothing seems to happen.
Pick up the orb with the nets.
Another true wrecking ball.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
All right. So you pick up the orb with the net. Can you roll me? I guess like it would be acrobatics, but I'll give you advantage because you have some practice from the first time around. Okay, yeah, you're able to kind of use the dragon costume to snatch up the orb, and you can hear a whole bunch of the gnomes like around you that were hiding in the alleys watching gasp, and they're like, "Oh no, they figured it out! Run!" And the gnomes continue to flee down the road.
I think we need to drop it. This looks bad. It's a bomb.
What do you all do?
It'll be a glass bomb, that's for sure.
Drop it on it, gnome. Let's test out my theory. It sounds
Up and
glorious.
find out. Do it, Oldman.
Do it! Drop the orb.
First,
I
gnome,
guess
you
I'm
see.
going to fly 100 feet in the air and drop the orb.
I'm gonna help Oldman with this.
Yes, I will assist as well.
You're just like all grabbing different wings and just pulling them to like.
Yes,
fly.
I want this.
Let's
Yeah,
dive
I
bomb
will-
a gnome. Dive bomb a gnome and just bomb the gnome with the glass.
Yes.
Happy McMathface, this is for telling Grandma mean things about me.
And somewhere 100 feet below in the street, a single gnome says, "What?" And then he gets nailed by a giant orb from the heavens.
That's so
As it hits the ground, it shatters and explodes in a fairly small centralized ball of lightning. As you all have not touched the Triggognome Dragon Zapper, which does 1d8 lightning, or does 7 more lightning damage to the guy, and it's destroyed.
This is good.
You're flying about 100.
Luten approves of this.
You can hear the yelling of the gnomes getting quieter. They're like, they can't see you because there's like some clouds. Seems like they're getting real disappointed.
Praise the cloud.
Dragon left. What do you all do?
Swoop.
I think I assume it's
okay. All right, roll
Who's-
me the swoop. Roll me
Yes,
the
swoop it.
Swoop attack.
Swoopity
slash
poopity.
Crash landing.
Swoopity-poopity.
Someone imbue some fire into this first. We shall be a meteor.
No. So you swoop attack, and the dragon costume swoops down, but you have a crash landing because you rolled below it.
Oh god, this is not good.
And the dragon costume just slams into the ground. You do 4 damage to a pile of gnomes that are in the way. And there's a huge cloud of smoke as you're all thrown to the ground from your crash landing.
Roar.
Oh, did the costume break? Oh god.
It's bad. It's like in really crappy shape, especially from the golem, but now from this 100-foot crash landing.
I think it's time that we go back to take flight.
Well, as the smoke clears, you can see ahead of you what looks like a big, just a large swarm of gnomes rushing forward. They're attack! A swarm of gnomes attacks you. They leap onto the dragon and begin to assault it with tiny little clubs. So
dear.
There are 3 swarms that are all going to make attacks against you guys. So the first swarm, oh jeez. Oh. All right. Damn. All
They're
right.
tiny little clubs! How are they doing that much damage?
Yeah, they shouldn't be doing that much damage. It'd be 2d4 and 1d4. All right, so you're all going to take half that much. So you just take 1 point from that guy. as they begin to bludgeon the hell out of you. Sorry. The second swarm is gonna bludgeon. Oh my god.
Another 1 point.
Another 1 point on everyone, and the third swarm is gonna bludgeon for
Another 1 point.
everyone.
I hope you guys are at least one.
I think you're all at one exact.
I have one.
Except for me. I'm still double digits, baby. Double digits.
All right. Whose turn is? I'm sorry. Let's go to the top of the initiative. We can re-roll actually for this. If
Okay.
you want.
So because I've got all these little gnome bastards surrounding me, that's all right.
Oh dear, I go first apparently.
Yeah, much better round for Grilliam.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
I'm doing too. I'm
Right.
gonna fly.
All right, we got the crazy cat lady. We got Oldman last. All right, Grilliam, what would you like to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna make the dragon fly so that the gnomes can't reach it, and if any gnomes are flying, they'll just fall to a very, very painful landing.
There are 3 swarms of gnomes on top of the dragon. You use your action to pull on the wings, and you take off. You're 20 feet in the air. There are 3 swarms of gnomes holding on, just bludgeoning it still.
Fly.
Okay, for my move action, so for my move action as I'm flying, can I try to do a barrel roll to fling them off?
Yeah, I say you can do a barrel roll. What I'll do is I'll give them dexterity saving throws to hold on. I'll give them a
With the
DC. I'll give them a DC 10, but they have advantage because there's so many of them.
Oh yeah, they're on.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's all right.
Guys, get them off! I can't get them off!
I
I
can't
have-
shake them.
I got an idea.
Wait, well, it's my turn.
Crazy cat lady, what do you do? Give it to me.
I'm going to use Tasha's Hideous Laughter on one of the gnome swarms.
Okay. Now this is something that you'd be aware of. Swarms can't really be charmed. Is this a charm effect? Is it not a charm? Holy shit,
no.
it's not. Never mind.
It is not.
And these are Triggognomes, so they're smart. So yeah, they'll. Oh god. Oh no.
It's a wisdom save.
Oh,
Oh
no.
my god, yes!
Yes!
Nice!
The swarm,
Yes.
one of the 3.
Start laughing and fall off the dragon.
They fall off the track. They only
God,
fall like 20 feet.
That's just funny. They're falling while they're laughing at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, splat.
What? Oh.
Okay.
Oh jeez. Okay.
It is the
Is there
Luten's
anything else
turn.
you'd like to do, crazy cat lady? Crazy cat lady, is there anything else you'd like to do? Or is that it?
Yeah, and
That's
still have
it.
a move. Okay.
I'm gonna make it, and as a move action, I'm just gonna make it fly higher.
Well, that's actually an action. The flight is an action. But yeah, okay, no, it's all good. I wasn't sure if you had a bonus action or something to roll out. Cool. All right, Baron Luten, what would you like to do?
I'm going to use my dragon magic, but I'm going to do it a little different this time. You know, like when you see in animes, when you see like something going, and then you see like multiple layers of that same creature and it like echoes?
Okay. Yeah.
I'm doing that like that.
Oh, geez.
Over the whole
All right.
dragon.
Yeah, the whole dragon. And one of the gnomes.
Boom.
Oh my god. You just straight up. Yeah, you just straight up kill one of the gnome swarms. One of the gnomes, and they fall off.
Higher, boys. Higher.
Oldman, what would you like
Reach
to do?
for the sun.
There's one gnome swarm remaining.
I'm really sorry for this gnome swarm, but they're gonna have to miss the rest of the show.
Wait, what?
That sucks.
You got to do it in your. You got to do it in your core.
Yeah.
The rest of the show.
Oh yes. This is glorious. Praise the green sun.
You all just see little like gnomes just kind of fall asleep and slide off the side of the dragon.
The dragon just starts rumbling at such a frequency they can't help but sleep.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Get your Z's.
Alrighty. As you continue going, you bring more terror to gnomes. They flee and scatter before you. And before long, you can see what is very clearly meant to be 4 adventurers. They're wearing like long blue robes with the sigil of Bartholomew emblazoned on the chest in gold. And they stand before you, and one walks forward and says, "Rip the Rood, we are here to stop your reign of terror upon this city."
Shut up, triangle McAngle face!
Hey,
God, oh dear.
look,
Oh god.
we're Bartholomew's adventurers, and we're here to stop you. He calls out again.
Yes.
Surrender now, and you'll be let free.
Group meeting. I have an idea.
So y'all are just floating in the dragon, like 20 feet off the ground.
Yes, I have an idea.
Don't get a group meeting. Okay.
Group meeting. I have one of these
you
nice little candies. I say what we do is we bail out, I eat it, and we just kind of levitate back down to the ground slowly. That way they still feel like they killed the dragon, right? But we don't die.
Sounds wonderful.
So, wait, you want us to?
This is a good place.
You want to abandon this after we've gone so far? I want to.
Okay, look.
them all.
This is supposed to be a
Dragon
celebration, right? This is supposed to be a celebration of the gnomes defeating the dragon. Let them have their fun. We already had ours. Look at all the chaos we've already created.
It is at
all
this
the headache.
moment that you all can see through like the clear, the translucent metal of the dragon. There's a sudden flash of extremely bright light coming from over by the adventurers as a giant, well, not a giant, but a very small dragon swoops down and breathes fire upon all of them. Yes, a real one.
Oh,
and the
Lord.
tiny little red wormling. And it yells, "Rip the roots back!" And
Shit.
they are
we might have a problem, guys. I think we need to deal with it.
incinerated as the 4 Bartholomew's adventures are wrecked.
Take that, triangle McAngle face!
Okay, changing plans?
Dragon, that's not part of the script. That is definitely not part of the script.
Okay, I think we need to crash into that dragon.
Let's all roll for initiative first. Go 17 for Rip the Rood. That being said, Rip the Rood just went, actually. So really, it's just all of you guys. So Crazy Cat Lady, would you guys like to discuss a little more, or? No, actually, it really doesn't matter. You don't have much more time to discuss.
I say we crash into that dragon and then just start hacking and slashing.
And Rip the Rood begins to like actually tear into the gnomes as they start like actually fleeing in terror.
Let's crash and actually. Yeah, we need to actually. Let's not play around anymore. This is no time to play.
What would you like to do, Crazy Cat Lady? As you see this tiny little, this dragon's not big. You're much larger than it. It's a medium-sized creature, but the size of a normal human. He's definitely a wormling.
Well, I start with I say, "Hey, you! This is mine. These are my gnomes. If anybody's gonna cause them fear and terror, it's gonna be me."
Are you trying to intimidate him or persuade
Yes.
him? Can you roll me an intimidation check? I'll go give you an advantage for that.
Intimidation.
Yeah, intimidation.
At advantage.
Yeah, you yell out, and let's see how Rip the Rood feels. Rip the Rood is, let's roll his wisdom.
Yes!
Like, what? Oh shit, it's another dragon! He kind of looks... You look like crap! The dragon just kind of like sits in the ground where it was standing. It's got like a gnome pinned under one of its feet as it looks toward you. What happened to you?
Doesn't matter what happens. Doesn't matter what happens to me. What matters is what's gonna happen to you.
Crash into crash land.
I'm gonna crash land.
Well, you took your action
Right into
to intimidate him, I think. But
Yeah, I think my intimidation was my action, so.
yeah, so
Yeah.
Oldman, what would you like to do? Are you gonna crash into the little wormling?
You get off, Matthew McMathface! Crash!
Okay. All right, we have an intentional crash landing going on.
Yes.
Go ahead and make me an attack.
See if we hit the drag.
You know, see if you hit or if you just miss because you can't control the dragon.
Glorious!
Into your attack.
Glorious, yes.
That's my cousin!
Best idea ever.
Hit the damage button for that so we can see how much. All right.
No, applaud. I applaud. Everyone, give an applause to Oldman. Applause to Oldman for that.
Now, I
Oldman
believe
deserves that.
I believe, Grilliam, your blessing of the forge keeps going, right?
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
Even though
if
you
we're
were
not
not, I
using-
don't think it's concentration, so I think that still has a +1 on it. All right, so you're gonna hit him for.
It keeps going until I make another long rest, which will probably be
Okay.
never today.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen today. So, Oldman, you slam into it. The dragon goes reeling backwards, careening onto the street. The little gnome gets free. He's like, thanks! And he runs away. And you and the dragon are both prone, sprawled out on the street. Grilliam, what would you like to do? It's your turn. Rip the Root is currently prone.
Can I get out of the dragon now?
Okay. Oh, you're just immediately gonna bail out the back of the dragon?
The back of the dragon. Okay, no more
Sure.
funny business, boy. I'm going. No more
Okay.
funny business. And
Making
then can
yourself
I?
perfectly visible.
Possibly visible, but I'm going to do
Sure,
so.
it's all cool.
Can I try? Okay, so this is going to sound weird, but can I use my thaumaturgy to make my flyer flare up all around my body and try to intimidate the creature?
You're trying to look like a Super Saiyan.
Yeah, you can try and do that. That sounds badass.
Leave
I
the
will tell
gnomes
you-
alone, and then I just straight thaumaturgy. I just let the flyer flares around my body, and I want to make an intimidation check on him.
Please do. I will warn you, the dragon is kind of a dick, but go ahead and give me a shot. You're his size.
Oh, nice.
He is gonna roll with advantage here for a couple reasons. One, he's immune to fire. But also, you're not a dragon. Which he still is like,
Oh my god.
jeez. God, calm down. I just want to beat up the gnomes.
Leave the gnomes alone! This is supposed to be a celebration!
Baron?
Baron? Baron?
Baron?
Baron Luten?
Okay. So, I'm still hidden inside of this dragon.
Yeah. The only one who's revealed themselves currently is Grilliam.
Okay. I'm gonna do two things.
Okay.
First, I'm gonna make my little attack, and then I'm gonna skedaddle.
Okay, you're gonna run
Because,
up the back, dude. Just whoop, 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 whoop.
Yeah, but I'm gonna try to do it stealthily.
Sure.
All right, so I'm gonna do this with out of the paw of the now wrecked dragon costume.
Uh-huh.
Does that hit? Because I have
I mean,
another
that'll
thing
hit.
that I might that
It's
will
a nice
hit.
missile. Can't miss.
Yeah, well, yeah, that is true. So then I'm gonna try to stealth out of the back end.
You sneak out the butthole of the dragon. Just whoop, whoop, whoop,
There's my stealth.
You start sneaking away. You can see that there are still gnomes fleeing in every which direction. This unexpected visitor really throwing them off. The dragon's going to go now. It does not recharge its breath weapon. And it's going to, intimidated by you, attack you, Grillium. As it runs forward to bite you. It will do so at disadvantage because he is scared, but it's going to try and bite. It's an 8.
Nice.
I assume that's going to miss you. And that'll be the end
Is
of
he
his
attacking?
turn. Yeah, he attacked you. He got an 8.
Oh yeah, he's definitely missed, so.
Okay, cool. Crazy Cat Lady, what would you like to do? You're still in the dragon costume.
I'm gonna use Eldritch Blast while in the dragon costume.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Make it look like the dragon. Well, I'm gonna make it look like the blast comes out of the dragon's mouth.
Awesome. So the dragon costume just kind of gets up a little, opens the mouth, and these big blasts of eldritch power fire out.
And
Unfortunately, I think that one's gonna miss.
isn't he pinned under us?
Oh, yeah, he should be, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
So what
is he still prone? Is he still prone?
He is now.
dragon?
Yeah, he's currently prone. He'll be not. You would have had to gotten off of him to do the attack, but that's fine because he'd still be prone until his turn. So you definitely would have hit with advantage. Go ahead and give me your damage because a 24 can't miss. Plus the extra damage from the dragon. Alrighty. Yeah, so you blast him with Eldritch Power. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Crazy Cat Lady?
Not really.
Awesome. Okay. Oldman.
How is this dragon looking?
Let's see. How is he looking? He has. He's looking like kind of hurt.
Oldman looks at Crazy Cat and he's like, "Can you handle this?"
I'll sure try.
Well, I'm going back to my roots. And Oldman takes out the sketchbook and begins sketching the dragon.
Excellent. Can you roll me a
Good lord.
performance check? Just to see how good you're sketching.
Performance, you say?
I mean, unless you have a different skill to use. That you
How
think is
about
more appropriate.
nature? Would that be better?
Yeah, sure. Sounds fine to me. It's pretty good so far. You've gotten the
Sketch
rudimentary,
dragon.
it's a good sketch. Not quite refined yet, but that's cool. Grilliam, what would you like to do? You're still out on the ground. He reached out with his jaws to bite at you, but missed.
Am I allowed to use Cure Wounds on myself or no?
Yeah. Takes your action, but you can totally do that. In fact, I
actually no.
It's a good move. But
I want to. I'm going to. Am I in melee range of the dragon right now currently?
You have
yeah.
1 HP.
You are currently in melee with the dragon.
Okay, I will
But
use
he's
Cure
prone.
Wounds. I will use Cure Wounds on myself.
Sure. That's a good
Points.
wound.
And I will try to move away from the dragon. I know I'm gonna get an opportunity attack, but I know he has disadvantage.
Yep. All right, so he will make a bite at you, and he missed. As you move away, are you like fleeing straight up, or
Backing up, I'm going to no, because I have a plan.
how far?
The maximum distance I can move.
Okay, so 30 feet into the crowd of gnomes. Cool. Baron Luten Plundaar, what would you like to do? You've snuck
Okay.
out the back. You're pretty sure you're hidden. What would you like to do?
Do I have a clean line of sight on this
Yeah.
dragon?
Yep.
Alright, well. One more time, just for funsies.
Okay.
I'm gonna
have
use
advantage in
2
your
of my
attack,
sorcery
by
points.
the way.
Boom.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorcery
damn.
points on that.
Damn. Okay, so you move up into melee range?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Well, actually, I'm gonna use the it's called distance spell. I can be 30 feet away.
Shit! Very nice. That is
Yeah.
the best use of distance spell. Is literally for inflict wounds. Yeah, you'll hit
Yes.
no problem. Give me
And
your-
I'm gonna have it as though it's still coming out of the dragon
Oh fuck yeah! Nice.
and roll damage, right?
Yeah, definitely.
14.
14. Oh wow. Okay, so
Yep.
he's looking bad
Yeah.
now. He is.
And I'm gonna take 30 feet away from this Joker. 30 more feet.
Alright.
So I'm
and
60 feet away from him.
Rip the Rude's turn, and Rip the Rude's like, jeez, you're ruining all the fun, giant dragon. I'm out of here. And he flies up twice, and actually, let's see if he recharges his breath weapon. He did not. Oh yeah, he starts to fly away, provoking an opportunity attack from the only person left in the dragon. Oh, actually, Crazy Cat Lady or Oldman could make opportunity attacks.
Can we attack with the net?
No, that's not an attack you could make as an
Dang.
opportunity. You could make this
Use
on
the
him
+1 claw. Use the +1 claw. Yeah.
or you could get a great action sketch of a wormling in flight.
That is what I will do. Cat Lady, you can do your attack. I'm sketching
Do it,
this.
Cat Lady.
This is wonderful.
I am going to attack it with the claw attack.
Yeah, being bloodied, he's trying to bail out. So that's a total of a 10. Yeah, that's unfortunately not going to hit Rip the Rude. As the dragon claw swings toward him, he is now 60 feet away. Crazy Cat Lady, it's your turn.
I'm going to use Eldritch Blast on him.
All right, the dragon just opens its maw again and
And
fires.
misses.
Man, rough. It blasts out. Oldman?
How beat up does he look?
He's below half. He doesn't look like super beat up, but like he's bloody. He's in a position where he's fleeing.
I will use the net
You can shoot the net at him. All right, so
while moving towards him.
oh, cool. So the dragon your costume begins to move toward him, and you use the fire breath.
Fire breath.
Dexterity saving throw. So he's got a 16. Yeah, unfortunately, he dodges. However, your net catches a bunch of other gnomes that are fleeing still.
Still works.
It does still work. Grilliam, would you like to do anything? The dragon is now 90 feet away from you because he flew away.
I'm gonna move. So I'm gonna. Oh crud. Crud. Is there any way I can move any closer? So I'm like 60 feet of the dragon.
Yeah, you move that.
Yes, you can move.
I will move closer to. I will move closer to the dragon, and I'll say by the order of Kasuth, I command you to stop, and I will smite you with the sacred flames that you are never immune to, and I will sacred flame the dragon.
Oh, okay. Cool. I will roll a dexterity save for him. He's going to succeed just barely. Unfortunately, taking no damage from the sacred flame. Alrighty. Baron, you're the last to go. The dragon is
Okay.
in full retreat.
I'm moving 30 feet closer to him first.
Okay.
So that'll put me at 90 feet, right?
That would put you at 60 feet.
60. Okay.
Yep.
So I'm going to do that.
Sure.
Then I'm going to use another sorcery point,
Okay.
and I'm going to do this right here. By the power of the green sun, I rebuke thee.
Another sacred flame. As the green light wells around him. Oh, yeah.
Yes, he failed.
And he's going to take a little more damage. Is there anything else you would like to do?
I will take out my rod, lordly prostrating, and just slam it on the ground a couple times.
All right.
Defiantly.
Rip is going to go, and he is going to not so defiantly fly away. Like, you guys are no fun. I'm never going back to this dumb city. And in a few moments, you find yourselves standing just kind of around.
Actually, can I get in range of him?
Well, he flies 120 feet with his full action. So at the beginning of that turn, he would have been 140 feet away from the dragon costume.
Yeah.
True, but dragon magic does give 30 feet
Wait,
extra range.
I can still hit him with my Eldritch
That's true.
Blast.
I suppose
This
you're
is
right.
true.
And we each
I
get,
want
Cat
more.
Lady and I each get 20 feet of movement.
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay, so I think
Do it.
it's still on for Cat Lady and Oldman if they want to chase him down.
Yeah,
Your Eldritch
I'll-
Blast.
Return. Cat Lady,
Eldritch
go ahead. Unfortunately, that will wait. No, because you get a +2 from the dragon costume innately, and then the +1 from Verity. Yeah, that'll actually hit him exactly. Ugh, not a ton of damage, but hey, we'll take it. Alrighty, Oldman.
As a last-ditch effort,
Okay.
we shall... God
Oh.
damn it!
You gotta do it from the core, not the spells. I do
at
the same
end
thing,
of
dude.
The dragon will be mine to study!
Oh, nice.
Holy shit! It falls
Oh.
asleep.
The dragon
Yes.
will be mine to study!
As he starts falling, I'm running toward this damn dragon.
You see this
I follow too. I'm after this
I'm
dragon.
running full out. Full
begin
out.
to teeter out of the air and crash into the ground. If you want to roll the damage for him, Bionic Shiva, it is going
Do
to.
it.
Shit, I did not expect 17 damage. Or, well, effectively. He's going to be 66 because he was 60 feet up.
I would rather not do that.
So 66.
Roll the damage anyway. I mean, he'll probably
gonna
be
be
knocked
66.
unconscious.
It's a chance.
Okay, so
21,
he is
nice.
unconscious. Well, I know it's going to be Shiva. Shiva, it's your damage. You knock him out. Unless you're okay with it. Oh my god! So he's barely not out.
Then I will go to him and use as many fire breaths on him as possible.
As you catch up, I imagine, I think the dragon costume gets there first with Oldman and Crazy Cat Lady. As you look, it seems that all of the gnomes have like gathered around the downed dragon and have been like tying him down and chaining him down so it can't get away. And they are.
So he's restrained.
He's more than restrained. He's thoroughly trapped.
As Oldman gets out, brings out his sketchbook, and makes the most amazing sketches ever.
Nice.
It's so creepy. It's so
I said I'm doing double move action until I get to where this thing is.
Well, I think you all get there and do whatever you may have in mind.
I'm going to
Really?
get on top of the dragon and be like, you should auto surrender now because you've just been beaten by your own element, fool.
Mira is gonna love you with that. You love the terrible dagger of truth.
No. And with that, you all have actually defeated Rip the Rude. I'm in shock. I could have sworn he was going to get away. I did not expect that 2 damage Eldritch Blast was what did him in. Well done, everyone. You are hailed by the Triggognomes as heroes. The dragon never to return and torture their city again. And
Is there anyone that appears to be one of the Triggognome leaders anywhere nearby?
Absolutely. There are tons of gnomes who are super into your merchandise as you are now local heroes.
Yes, I so totally want to converse with them on trade
Take that,
contracts.
Mathy McMathface.
Oh, Mathy, we need to talk.
I'll
with
just
that,
tell
I
the
think-
gnomes, don't worry. Koseth did not deem that dragon worthy of fire.
Don't
Exactly.
worry, Mira will take wonderful care of her.
With that, you have all gained 1 experience point, 200 100 Bartholomew bucks. Holy crap! I don't want to give you too much. And congratulations, everyone.
Special thanks to no. Let's give props to Oldman for the start. Oldman's the MVP.
Oldman and Crazy Cat Lady for sticking with the costume. Power to you.
And Oldman for the ingenious ideas. Applaud.
Yeah, dude, you totally circumvented my bug zapper. That would have wrecked.
It really would have.
Pete, are you here, buddy?
I am